Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. This week we'll have opening night for NCS football. We'll see the huge matchup between state powers De La Salle and Folsom. Clayton Valley battles Pittsburgh, and action from the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game.
We also have action from the Las Lomas Acalanes game, and we'll meet the Live Oak football player back on the field after beating a life-threatening sickness. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report, presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver, back for another season, and we're really looking forward to bringing you all the best in high school sports from teams all around the Bay Area these next 41 weeks.
What happened to the summer?
It's gone.
It's just like that. This is our 17th season with Cal High Sports, the only show dedicated to high school sports in the Bay Area. We hope you'll stay with us all season long on the journey that is the 2018-19 high school sports season.
All right, let's get to it, shall we?
Let's do it.
We begin tonight with two teams coming off outstanding seasons. The Heritage Patriots finished at 7-5 last season, making it to the second round of the NCS Division I playoffs.
Yeah, the Patriots with a tough opening night contest against East Bay League power San Ramon Valley. The Wolves are coming off a 9-2 season, making it to the NCS Open Division. Both teams graduated their top running back and quarterback, so lots of new faces in key spots as the Wolves stalk the Patriots opening night. The Heritage Patriots looking to take down the defending East Bay League champ San Ramon Valley. We get underway with the first play of the game on the kickoff return with Clay Factow taking this one at the 3. He'll follow his blockers and then finds a hole in the defense, and he is gone, heading for the end zone with a 97-yard return. Unbelievable. Wolves would then take back possession. Brandon Camisa takes the snap and throws off his back foot for a screen pass to Jacob Hyman. He'll juke out a few defenders and strolls in for SRV's second touchdown in just 5 minutes of play. Camisa still keeping the Wolves strong with a wheel route pass to Tristan Sinclair, who goes along the sideline, finds a hole, and high steps his way into the end zone as San Ramon Valley now leads at 21-0. Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Sinclair on the handoff again up the middle, and he takes this one 43 yards to set up his team inside the 5-yard line. A few plays later, SRV will tack on one more. Camisa lobs it out to a wide-open J.P. Murphy in the end zone for his fourth passing TD in the game. Midway through the second quarter now, and a big special teams play by Heritage as James Williams blocks the punt, and it's picked up by Darryl LaChapelle. First and goal, Patriots ball. Then into the red zone, Trevor Moorman takes the snap, steps back, and goes to the corner of the end zone to find Brad Ellen as the Patriots score their first TD in the game. Moving ahead to the third now, where the running game is working for these Wolves. Jason Javier powers his way through the defense to give San Ramon the 48-7 lead. SRV finishes the game by continuing to run. This time it's Griffin Turner juking out a few defenders, giving the Wolves a total of 4 rushing touchdowns in the big win for their opener.
Captains meeting in midfield as Harker hosts Big Valley Christian in the season opener. The Eagles get it started on the first drive of the game. Anthony Meisner taking it himself all the way inside the 5 for a big gain. Harker would score on a couple of plays later, 7-0 Eagles, but the Lions answer back on their first drive. Give it to Caleb Van Doncelar, who sprints through the hole and stiff arms the defender before getting taken down. And just a few plays later, it's Van Doncelar plunging it in for 6. PAT is good, and we're tied at 7. Harker looking to respond on their next possession. The pass is picked off by Logan Gecka to stop the Eagles' drive. A big run would set up Big Valley Christian at midfield, and Javen Drobnik would keep the chains moving as he gets the wheels going all the way to the 10-yard line. And just a few plays later, handed off to Von Desslar, again, who runs it up the gut into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. Big VC would continue the ground game in the second, give it to Drobnik, who finds a hole and turns on the jet. 16 yards, it's 24-7 BVC at the half. The Lions on the attack again the second half as Drobnik takes the handoff and sprints past everyone before getting taken down inside the 10. That sets up Van Desslar, who sheds a tackle and powers it in for his third TD. 31-7 Big VC. Harker still battling back. Meissner pump fakes it and heaves it down the field for Jared Anderson. He makes a spectacular grab, but this one belongs to Big Valley Christian. It's Drobnik once again finding the hole, and he's gone 37 yards to the house as Big VC wins it 47-20. Drobnik and Van Dessel are leading the charge for the Lions.
It's the start of a new volleyball season, and these ladies are all fired up. The Grizzlies getting started early with Genevieve Bain with this rocket of a kill. Cal takes the lead 2-0. She's a sophomore. Still continuing the momentum, Peyton Lee sets it up again for Bain, who lobs it just over the net for the point. A few plays later, Jessica Merchant on the return to Lee, then to senior captain Lindsey Burt, who gets the 14-6 advantage. But look out, because she's back. Bain showing everyone this rocket arm as the Cal Grizzlies take set 1. Set 2 wasn't much different. This time it's Sadie Pete bringing some heat and the kill to give her team a 4-0 lead. Halfway into set 2 now, and it's Pete again providing some insurance as she knocks down her 4th straight kill. Very impressive. Next point, this one gets returned back over the net, but Lindsey Burt is there for the block, and Cal is now dominating in the second, 17-6. Then the Lady Grizzlies cap off the set point with Peyton Lee on the assist to Sadie Pete, who lays down the hammer, and the Grizz take the second set. But it was a whole new game in the third. Arroyo climbs back into it as Ziana Hanan knocks down the door for this point. Cal would look to pull ahead, but Janessa Jennings won't allow that as she blocks the shot at the net. The Lady Dons up 8-7. But the Grizzlies get the sweep. It's Bain coming back to finish this game with her 15th kill as the Grizzlies dominate in a 3-game sweep over the Arroyo Dons. After the game, Bain and Pete talked to us about this new season and playing for their seniors.
We just have a new team this year, and it's gonna be fun. We're all working together really well in practice, and I can't wait to implement it in games.
I just think our seniors are amazing, and I look up to everything they do and try to, I guess, follow in their footsteps and act and play the way they do to have a great team here.
We'll premiere lots of our features in these coming weeks. Once again, this year, we'll present a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riekes Center for the Players of the Week.
The first rap will air on next week's show. Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Your kneecap, or patella bone, is usually resting right in a groove at the end of your thigh bone, called the femoral trochlea. It glides up and down this groove when you flex and extend your knee. The patella can pop in and out of this groove after an injury, leading to significant pain and swelling. Classically, it is rotating outward on an extended knee or direct fall onto the kneecap that can do this. Unlike knee ligament injuries, where patients often feel a pop, people often feel 2 separate pops in patella dislocation, one when it comes out and one when it slides back in. People with knock knees or valgus alignment and those with loose joints are at higher risk for recurrence. Physical therapy is very important to stabilize the patella and the trochlea, since the tracking of your kneecap really relies on the muscle balance from the quadriceps.
Coming up, a terrific East Bay battle between Power's Clayton Valley and Pittsburgh.
And later, the story of the Live Oak football player and his battle both on and off the field. We'll meet our U.S. Bank's future leader a little later.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Defender twice my size. Bring it. Down by 2? I got this. I love this game as much as the pros. I may not play for the Warriors, but I have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and me at the top of our game.
Here it is, the final summer clearance event is here. New cars for less. New 18 Ram 4-doors Eco Diesel, over $18,000 off. New Ram Pro City cargo vans as low as $16,888. Brand new. Check Check out the new Body 019 Rams here in our showroom. Come check these out and save over $10,000 off on select lines. All remaining 017 cab chassis, $10,000 dealer discount while they last. Wow! Why buy you? We're South County of Gilroy, your #1 volume dealer in all of Northern California.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a first game matchup between two teams always among the very best in the Bay Area. The Pittsburgh Pirates return outstanding quarterback Justin Boyd, who threw for 2,000 yards last season.
Yep, he's a good one. The Pirates with a huge test right away facing Clayton Valley. The Ugly Eagles return talented running back Thomas Alatini, who ran for 1,323 yards last season. The big opening night matchup is our NCS block construction blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
It's opening night at Pittsburgh High School, and we have an intense matchup. Both teams coming off outstanding seasons last year. The Pittsburgh Pirates making it to their first ever state appearance in school history with junior quarterback Justin Boyd. Now, Boyd will be returning to his primary position this season as wide receiver, while senior Trey Turner will be returning as QB after suffering from an ACL tear at the beginning of last season. Now, Clayton Valley graduated their starting QB, KJ Garner, and will look to Logan Sumter to fill those shoes. It's going to be a battle out in the field. It's Clayton Valley at Pittsburgh for our block construction blockbuster game.
And on the first play of the game, Willie Hartz III receives the kickoff. He dodges traffic, takes off. No one is there to bring him down. He could go all the way. Touchdown Pirates. What a play to start out the season. Pitt adds a field goal for the 10-point lead. Clayton Valley picks up the ball and wastes no time. Logan Sumter hands it to Makai Gervis. He breaks to the outside, breaks free, and takes it home 80 yards to the house. Still in the first quarter, watch this Clayton Valley punt return closely. Christian Seeley catches the ball off of his teammate at the 30-yard line, and he turns on the Jets. There's no stopping Seeley. The Uggs take a 4-point lead. The Pirates answer right back. QB Trey Turner rolls out of the pocket and completes the tough throw to Elliot Tatalatasi Adencio for the 16-14 lead, but not for long as Clayton Valley comes right back. Logan Sumter throws a bullet up the middle to find Cade Carter, and he finds the end zone to give the Uggs a 26-16 lead with 9 to go in the first half. Pittsburgh looks to take back the lead with this long ball, but the Uggs have great coverage in the end zone. Steve Gwynn comes up with the great interception, but the Uggs drive will stall. Pitt picks up the ball in the red zone. Avant Muldrow breaks through the middle for the touchdown, and the Pirates go for 2. Turner drops back, throws it, and Jaden Tawaunu makes the grab for the 24-21 lead to end the action-packed first half. We jump to the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left to play. Pitt looking to ice the game, but the Ugly Eagle defense makes a big stop. Kyle Sparks strips the ball. Cade Carter picks it up and gives his team great field position. That sets it up for Camden Grant, who nails the 23-yard field goal, tying it 24-all. We're heading to overtime. Pitt gets the ball first. Hand it to Jack Lacey III. He plunges into the end zone. Extra point good for the 7-point lead. The Uggs answer back. Logan Sumter fakes the handoff and connects with Carter for the touchdown. Extra point is good, forcing a second overtime. Clayton Valley with the ball now. Carson Sumter gets the handoff and makes his way into the end zone. The Uggs have the upper hand. The Pirates down to their last play. They need to score here, but the throw goes wide. The Ugly Eagles pull off the double overtime win with a final score of 38-31. Senior QB Logan Sumter explains how the Uggs pulled it off.
Oh, we pulled off this win by preparing at practice. Each and every day, Coach Murphy would have us run after. We're like, do we want to do this or not? Are we ready? We did extra and extra work. We came ready for this stuff. We prepared better than they did. We wanted it more, and that's how we got this dub right here.
In Pittsburgh with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Meet the girls from American High School as they host Livermore in the season opener. American's Maddie Grissom with a rocket, but Livermore's Annalise Widman goes to Callista Ladone. Back to Widman. Free ball for the Eagles. Bridget Ajari to Leah Arnabal, who sets Tanya Chetri, who takes the angle and gets the kill. Later in the first, the Cowboys gallop back as Ladone sets Michelle Ron, who just crushes it. Still American up 4. The ball is tipped over, but there for the Eagles is Savannah Silva. She gets it to the setter, Arnable. Deep sets to Serena Chang, who tools it off the block. The Eagles take the first. Livermore back in the second. Widman bumps to Johanna Modica. Big set deep to Brooke Carter, who goes up and destroys that one. More Cowboys as this time Modica finds Widman on the far side, and Annalise goes hardline for the kill. The Cowboys take the third as Modica gets up for the block, and the happy Cowboys tie the match at 1 set apiece. To the third, American looking to retake the lead in the match as Hannah Hillman gets it to Alyssa Nguyen, who sets Kira Vickery, and Kira paints the back line. She was great for the Eagles. Still in the third, Modica sets Carter, and Brooke does what she does. Another monster kill. Late in the third, the Eagles take the lead right here as Chang gets the tip at the net. A terrific save by Catherine Tombanko to Arnable and back to Chang for the winner. Tied at 24, Vickery strong at the net, gets the roof, and American takes the lead in the third. 25-24 American as Tombanko bumps here to Arnable over to Vickery, who tips it over. She is sneaky, and American takes a 2-1 lead with a big comeback in the third. More American in the fourth now. Tombanko to Arnable. Again, it's Vickery on the outside with a vicious rip, and the Eagles are soaring. Match point, and it's Vickery closing the door as American looks very impressive with a very young team winning in 4 sets. Vickery saying after the match, it is all about hard work.
It was really just a push because this happened to us last year, the same exact situation, and we really just gave it all we had from all the hours we've been working and just pushed to reach 25 before they could. So it just took all we had.
Each week this season, the 49ers and South County Chrysler will bring us the Coach of the Week award. The winners will be awarded grant money for their schools.
Very nice. We'll announce our first winner in 2 weeks. Coming up, a battle of 2 of the best teams in all of Northern California as De La Salle takes on Folsom.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Volleyball Power Rankings for the preseason.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Goodwin's got it at the 30, breaks away, and there's the home run. Touchdown, 49ers.
We can see the talent on the field. What makes them love the game of football? Every time he catches the ball, contagiously competitive. Those are the type of guys we want.
Slices through the Giants. Pressure to the 49ers.
What it takes.
49er touchdown, 49ers.
What it takes to win championships. That drives me, that drives Kyle, that drives everybody on this team.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
We're from De La Salle High School, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The De La Salle Spartans sport a 291-game unbeaten streak against Northern California teams, dating back to a 1991 win by Pittsburgh. The Spartans finishing ranked #1 in the state 18 times since '92.
But this season, De La Salle opens up against powerful Folsom, a team with a very impressive 111-9 record the past 10 years with 6 section titles and 3 state titles. The Bulldogs returning 17 starters from last season after winning the State 1 AA title. 2 great teams meeting opening night.
Here come the De La Salle Spartans, hoping to shut down the powerful Folsom offense. Early on, Folsom moving the ball. Outstanding senior quarterback Caden Bennett hands it to Daniel Nagata, who weaves through the De La Salle defense for a nice gain. But the Spartan D was a beast all night long. Look at Henry To'o busting through the backfield for the sack. Still scoreless in the second. Folsom on the move again, but the ball is stripped, and there to pick it up is To'o again, and another Folsom drive is stalled. Folsom on the doorstep here late in the second. Ngata running hard and just short of the end zone. It's ruled he fumbled the ball, and the Spartans take over Folsom with 4 turnovers in the first half. The Folsom D was also tough in the first half. Noah Jenkins with the tackle for loss, and Folsom has one more chance before the half. 1 minute to play in the first half. Folsom looking to score, but a pretty pick here by Shamar Garrett, and we go to the half scoreless. Second half, here comes De La Salle. Sophomore quarterback Dorian Hale zipping it over the middle. A strike to Isaiah Foskey, and just like that, De La Salle has a 7-0 lead. More Spartans in the third as Hale fires it out to Grant Daly, and Grant races down the sideline for a big gain. A bit later, Hale over the middle to Lamagia Hearns, but the Spartans fumble at the goal line and do not score. Folsom looking for the equalizer, but the Spartan D forcing the 5th Folsom turnover. Michael Puckett causing the fumble. To'oto'o is there to pick it up, and the Spartans are back in business. 6 minutes to play, and look at this catch by Vince Bianchina off the deflection. He reaches back and somehow pulls it in. A great play by Vince. Later same drive, Hale sneaks it in, and De La Salle has a 14-0 lead late. Folsom trying to get back on the board, but once again the defense comes up huge, and again it's To'oto'o in the backfield doing the damage. The Spartan defense proving they could keep up with the powerful Folsom offense.
It just feels good, that just means like all our film and stuff has been paying off, the summer workouts, the summer film. I really think and I appreciate everything on our team.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to become future leaders.
Robert, our very first future leader comes to us from Live Oak High School, where he'll take the field for the first time in a varsity football uniform after fighting an illness that threatened his life. Preseason is underway for the Live Oak football team. With every sprint and every drill, the Acorns train to endure those battles that come every Friday night. Jonathan Pinkham may be in his first season on varsity, but when it comes to fighting battles, that's a skill he has at the top of his resume.
Yeah, I remember going to the doctors. They had us do blood tests because they didn't really know what it was. When the results came back, it was ALL.
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia, cancer in the blood. John was just 9 years old, and he says he'll never forget the day he was diagnosed.
Oh yeah, it will stick with me for the rest of my life.
We thought he had the flu, and when we found out he had leukemia, it just turned our world upside down.
And just like that, John began the fight for his life.
In and out of the hospital, dealing with getting chemotherapy, losing my hair, all just the fun perks of having cancer. I just try to put a positive spin on it.
John's a tough kid. He never complained. He said he hated cancer, a couple times, but he fought through it. He was a tough kid.
John's fight lasted just under 2 years.
Work, 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 work.
John says he doesn't remember the day the doctors told him his cancer was gone, but his dad sure does.
I think it was 9 months, and the doctor came back and said, okay, today's the day we're going to test him. And they tested him. They said, yeah, it's in remission, it's gone. It was a blessing.
Now, John visits the doctors every 3 months or so just to make sure the cancer stays gone. So far, so good. Though not all of John's teammates know just what he's overcome. That is until now.
It's almost inspiring kind of to know that he's been through so much and he can come out here and compete with everyone else. He's a trooper, what can I say? He's been through literally hell and he's fine.
John is completely healthy and playing the sport that he and his dad both love.
Hey, go.
He's now pushing his body harder than many thought was even going to be possible.
I'm working to find improvements, stuff that I can do to help my team get better and stronger to win games.
Unlike his fight with cancer, John now has his teammates and coaches to go to battle with. A battle John will gladly engage in every Friday night. John has to be very cautious about getting too much exposure to the sun because the chemotherapy used to treat his leukemia could cause skin cancer, but he's come so far, and we wish the Acorns and John the best of luck this season.
Yeah, and it's just amazing where we've come in the last 50 years or so in leukemia, with childhood leukemia, and the success rate in curing it.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah, very good. All right. One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention each week.
Here's Dr. Ron Desmaris with this week's tip.
If you suspect your teammate has suffered a concussion, do not let your teammate convince you that he or she is fine and they will tough it out. Nobody wins, it's too dangerous to ignore. Recognize the signs of your teammate's concussion. Physical signs, dizziness, stumbling, nausea, blurred vision, difficulty communicating, sensitivity to light and sound. Emotional aspects, irritability, sadness, confusion. Cognitive aspects, attention, focusing, and memory are difficult. Maintenance, disruptive sleep, lack of appetite, and loss of energy. Inform your coach and trainer of your concern. You may actually be saving your friend's life. One hit away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Marin Catholic meets Campolindo.
And later, it's Foothill taking on San Leandro as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
The Callaways wanted to share the beauty of our country with their kids through the gift of travel, but fulfilling this dream seemed out of reach. Familiar with their adventurous ambition, Tri-Counties Bank personal banker Violet Diaz and team explored different financial avenues, sending them down the road with a flexible home equity line of credit to fund a family RV. Now lasting memories are on the horizon. That's service worth sharing. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups, making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andry.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare. South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the game of the week each week. You vote via our Twitter page or website for the game you want to see as our game of the week. The winning team will get a team interview, t-shirts, and bragging rights. This week's Game of the Week features a Marin Catholic team who finished 12-1 last season, making it all the way to the NorCal title game. The Wildcats with a win over Campolindo in last year's season opener.
Yeah, and Campolindo went on to have a fine season of their own under head coach Kevin Macy. The Cougars also making it to a NorCal title game featuring heavily recruited junior defensive end Mason Mastrov. The two state title contenders meeting in our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
North Bay sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. Campolindo playing host to Marin Catholic for the start of the 2018 season. Both graduating some key players last season, but junior quarterback Grant Harper settling into his role nicely, starting off his first game as QB, and look at that throw. That's Max Schoenberger on the receiving end. Campo's the first on the board. The following kickoff, Colby Jacques on the return. He dices through the kickoff team, a 30-yard return, and the Wildcats would score on the drive. We are tied at 7. The start of the second, Harper delivers a short pass to Schoenberger, and he turns a short pass into a long run, a 65-yarder Maximilian, starting off his senior season strong. Still 7 minutes left of the first half. The Campo defense was crazy. Watch Ryan O'Neal come flying through. He gets the sack. Next play, though, Marin Catholic quarterback Gavin Cook this time dodges the sack and maybe even a couple more and takes it himself just under 25 yards. And a few plays later, here are the Wildcats on the 1-yard line. Quarterback sneak. Gavin Cook falls in to tie it at 7 with a minute to go in the half. The Cougars trying to get back ahead before the buzzer, a long pass, but it's a Wildcat that comes up with it. Andrew Olson with the first pick of the year. It's 14 all at the half. And third quarter, the Campo defense was unyielding. Brett Donat with the takedown, and that sets up a nice Cougar drive. And here's the end of it. Harper connecting with Schoenberger. 7 more for Campo. We're in the fourth now. The score 21-14 with Campo in the lead, but MC's Cook hands it off to Mateo Perez. 34 yards for the sophomore running back. He gets taken down at the 8-yard line, and that sets up this short run. That's Gavin there staying on his feet. We are tied with 10 minutes left in the game. Campo has possession on their own 45. Harper with the drop back. He evades a rush, scampers out of the pocket, and finds a wide open Luke Campo. Yes, that's his last name, Campo. Campo gives Campo the lead. And to seal this one up for the Cougs, Schoenberger puts everyone in his rear view mirror. Mad Max ends the game with 222 yards and 8 catches. And Campo begins the season with a win. We caught up with the victorious Cougars after the game. Fresh off their first victory of the 2018 season, these are the Campo Lindo Cougars. All right, senior Max Schoenberger, you had an offensive showing. You guys lost to MC to start the season last year. How good does this victory feel?
It was just great to get him back, and I just got to give all props to my line. They gave Harper the time to throw me the ball.
Let's talk about Harper. How is he settling into this new role as starting QB?
Oh, it's been great. I've been throwing with him for like 3 years now. He played with us on JV, and now he's starting on varsity, so it's great.
Yeah, and let's let him talk for himself here. All right, Grant, you lost a lot of seniors last year. How are the new guys settling into their roles?
They're doing it really well. We've been working really hard the past few weeks. Receivers we've been throwing every day for the past 3 weeks. Huge shout out to my O-line. They gave me the time to throw the ball. They had a big D-line, so they did a great job.
Yeah, great job on the D-line. Okay, so Ryan, what do you guys hope to accomplish by the time this season comes to an end?
We hope to accomplish having a great season, not a lot of losses, and going to state. That would be it.
Yeah, state's the goal, right? All right, these are the Campo Lindo Cougars. I'm going to let them go celebrate. Guys, take us out with a cheer.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is presenting the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
In fact, Lexus of Stevens Creek is holding a volunteer fair at the dealership on September 15th, where you can find places to volunteer. Go to lexusofstevenscreek.com for more details. If you have a student athlete who does great volunteer work, let us know and we can feature them on the show for a chance to win scholarship money from Lexus of Stevens Creek. We'll announce our first volunteer winner next week.
Coming up, a big East Bay matchup with Castro Valley and Dublin.
And Foothill takes on San Leandro. You're watching the nation's top high school sports show, 49ers Cal High Sports. Back at the NBC Sports Studio, and I know it's strange having all of these games played on August 17th. Well, the schedule got moved up a week, so here we have a full schedule of NCS games this week. The rest of the Bay Area starts next week.
Did you vote for that?
I did not.
I didn't get a vote either. Maybe next time. So on we go with another East Bay game, this one featuring the Castro Valley Trojans, hoping to turn things around this season with junior defensive tackle Jonah Fairley looking good.
The Trojans opening the season against a Dublin team. The Gales won the game against Castro Valley last season, but it was very close. The Gales and Trojans meeting Friday night.
The fans going wild at Dublin High School as the Gales get ready to take on visiting Castro Valley. Early in the game, it's Grant Manning with a handoff to Alex Gonzalez, who takes the ball 64 yards for a touchdown, and just after the kick is good, giving the Gales a 7-0 lead. First quarter coming to an end, and it's Manning with a pass to Elijah Alonso, who completes the catch, and a nice first down play there. To finish the quarter, it's Manning with the fake, and he takes the ball into the end zone for the Gales' second score of the game. And then it's Jason White with the kick, and it's good. 14-0 Dublin Gales still in the lead at the end of the first. On to second quarter action, and it's Manning with a 67-yard pass, and it's a terrific catch by Nick Costello, who catches it, and a first down with just 4 yards to go from the end zone, but they would not score. Castro Valley now with the ball, and it's Cameron Calvillo who hands the ball to Michael Lewis, and Michael takes it 6 yards for a Trojans first down, but the ball is soon returned to the Gales. Back in the hands of Manning now with a short pass to Costello, who takes the ball 45 yards. Look at the run here by number 25. Jukin defenders running towards the sideline and finally tackled there. Third quarter, and at it again is Manning with a pass to Costello, who takes the ball 23 yards for the first down on the swing pass. Then it's Manning with the ball again, and he decides to take it himself this time. Manning dodges left, he dodges right, and then Manning into the end zone for the Gales, their third touchdown of the night for Dublin. Manning having a big game for the Gales. Finally, it's White with a kick to end the game, and Dublin wins it 21-0. A terrific game for the Gales to start the season, and the dangerous duo of Manning and Costello, who combined for over 200 yards.
We're here at Burrell Field to begin this season with the Foothill Falcons visiting the San Leandro Pirates. 15 seconds into the game, Cameron Stanley sends a rocket deep to find the hands of Jordan Cobbs. That was a 35-yard pass from Stanley, and watch this 50-yard run from Jordan Cobbs for the Pirates' first touchdown of the game. That was a nice play. And here in the second quarter, the Falcons getting pumped as the Pirates try to throw it away, but not far enough as Jeffrey Winter and James Parisi get the safety for Foothill. Into the third, 24-9 Pirates is the score. QB Bryce Lombardi fakes it and throws a bullet to Ryan Stemplinger. A fantastic catch, and he's quick on his feet. He dodges the defense and brings it all the way home for the Falcons. Watch him go. There you go. There, he's in there. Nice. And we fast forward into the fourth after another San Leandro TD. Stanley shoots it over. Amari Robertson for the Pirates, and he was pretty stoked about it. Foothill keeps the fight up. Lombardi finds Stemplinger's hands, who brings the score to 38-21 Pirates. They would score again, but Foothill is trying to answer back here. Lombardi hands it off to Josh Shields. Look at the wheels on this guy as he brings it home to the Falcons' nest. Daniel Bryant steps in as QB for the Pirates now. He's a keeper with the last touchdown of the night. Everyone goes right, but Bryant goes left. San Leandro wins this one big, 51-28, to start their season in perfect fashion. Stanley with a big game, but we caught up with Cobbs after the game.
Our goals is to overcome all the doubt that people put on us since, we're a new team, got a whole lot of new faces, and, we want to stay together and stick as brothers and have a better season than we had last year.
Be Human joins our show this season with the goal to educate users across the globe about the power and impact behind posting and sharing thoughtful acts.
Be Human is here to humanize social media. Download the app today, and starting next week, we'll honor the athletes who inspire us.
Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. Scroll to our Facebook page and give us a thumbs up. And remember, every highlight and every feature you see on the show tonight will be uploaded to our YouTube page. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll let you know when those videos are ready to watch.
Very good. Coming up, our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. It's the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game.
And later, Las Lomas battles Acalanes as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Here it is, the final summer clearance event is here. New cars for less. Why buy you? New 2018 Jeep Renegade starting at $13,888. New 2018 Jeep Compass for just $89 a month. Can you believe that? The remaining new 017 4-door Wranglers with $6,000 off the MSRP. New Cherokee starting at $16,888. All Jeeps are on sale. Over 500 available today. We're South County of Gilroy, your #1 volume dealer in all of Northern California.
The Rikers Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Every summer, the best graduating senior football players from Santa Clara County get together for their final high school football game.
That's right, it's the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Classic, named after legendary high school coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, whose family is a huge part of the game every year. Charlie's wife Lucy and the Wiedemeyer family welcome the players in midfield before the game, a great tribute to a great coach.
The game is our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Austin Manili was there.
blockbuster game. Yeah.
Tonight, the best seniors in the 2018 class will go head-to-head in a North versus South battle here at Los Gatos High School. And starting under center for the North will be David Hernandez from Wilcox, a dangerous mobile quarterback who ran for 23 rushing touchdowns this season. And playing opposite for the South will be Cameron Rotler, a quarterback from Westmont who threw 27 touchdowns with a completion percentage of 66%. For the 44th annual Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game, this is the CCS Block Instruction Blockbuster Game. Moving ahead with the South taking possession, Rotler takes the snap and rolls out of the pocket. And he finds his man Harrison Fong along the sideline. He'll set up the South for good field position into the red zone. Very next play, it's Rotler again going deep for a wide open Connell Rhines in the middle of a deserted area. You can't get any more open than that. South takes a 7-0 lead. North would then take possession on the next drive. David Hernandez showing off that arm and coming down with the unbelievable grab is Tyler Farnham. Nice catch. A few plays later, Hernandez over the middle to Vincent Kolodny. He'll play some hot potato, hot, but still secures a grab to tie this game at 7-all. And here comes the South back at it with a minute left in the second. Rotler goes over the middle to Fong, and he'll get loose from a group of defenders. But first, with Connell Rhines, look out for the number on this train. Boom! This block leads to the go-ahead touchdown for the South. Second half, and it looks like both squads got new uniforms on. I like it. Tyler Davis from the hometown of the Los Gatos Wildcats leaps up for the pick, and it was all defense from here. But into the final quarter with 6 minutes left, Ryan's looking like the Hulk right here by plowing through the defense and sets up the South for good field position. Then the South will cap off the victory with Rotler coming in to kick the field goal. This guy can do it all, and the kick is good as the South win this one. Fong and Rotler talked to us about the second half and their experience in this all-star game.
We kept pushing. We got to hold that lead. We were in the second half of the league. We got to come out hard. We didn't lose our focus second half. We stayed on top of our game.
It's amazing. I always dreamed about playing in the Charlie Wiedemeyer game, having it happen and making an impact and playing, making a statement, ending with a bang. It's amazing. It's the greatest feeling of all time.
In Los Gatos for the blockbuster game, I'm Austin Manili, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
First week back, and we've got some more volleyball for you coming from the Mount Eden Monarchs taking on the Newark Memorial Cougars. The Cougars starting off with a block by Ari Pereira, and Newark leads the first 5-1. A pass from Machiko Yoshimitsu to Caitlin Vu, saying that's a point for us as the Monarchs try to catch up. But the Cougars say no way as Malia Kolker bumps it to Rosalind Inu to Brianna Evans, and that one's not coming back. 15-13 Cougars. Can't forget about all those aces Inu would be serving for dinner as the Cougars take the first 25-14. Second set now, Jada Hutala to Natalie Diaz to Hutala, who launches a rocket from backcourt as the Monarchs take the lead. The Cougars claw their way back, though. Evans finds Riley Sarasua, setting it high for Sarah Lagan for the kill, 7-5 Newark. This time it's Lagan finding the two Savannahs, Savannah Rampola to Savannah Swickard, sending it into the hardwood for the Cougs. Then it's Rampola again connecting with Lagan. She sends it back to Rampola for the Cougars to take the second set, 25-15. And into the third we go. I hope you're hungry because Inu is back to serve up some more aces for the Cougars. She'd finished with 7 perfect serves. Mount Eden not giving up the fight. Hutala Diaz, Mikey Lopez with the hops, and the point for the Monarchs as they trail by 1, 9-8 Newark. Hutala again here with the bump to Diaz to Tiana Cole. She finds a hole, but it's not enough for the Monarchs. A dynamic duo for the Cougars. Sarasua gets it to Rampola, who sends it back to Sarasua to take the last point of the game. Newark Memorial starts off the season with a sweep. Pereira leading with 7 kills. We talked to Rampola after the game about this new team.
It's definitely very diverse. We have a lot of new positions, new people playing new positions. I think the best thing about that is just opening up to new people and also showing other schools, like, it doesn't matter that we had people last year that were really good. We don't have to rely on them. We have people who can step it up too.
Each week, the Harker School will celebrate their pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. We'll honor our first Harker School Scholar Athlete on next week's show.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video. Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Okay, here's a tricky one that will save you a lot of time in your editing, especially with your long pieces. If you want to move everything over from one point somewhere in your timeline, you can try and lasso these pieces and move them over, but in a long piece with lots of edits, this can be tricky. The shortcut, with your timeline marker where you want the clip to move, hold down the A key to move that portion of your video to the right. Shift A to move it to the left. Easy, right? Coming up, Las Lomas takes on Acalanes.
But first, here's our top 10 Cupertino Electric football power rankings.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
The Diablo Foothill League is loaded once again this year with Acalanes, one of the teams expected to battle for a league title. Floyd Burnsed's team looking to junior running back Jack Delaney to help spark the offense.
The Dons taking on a Las Lomas team looking to compete for a title in the Diablo Valley League. Acalanes and Las Lomas Friday night.
The Acalanes Dons getting pumped up before their season opener against the Las Lomas Knights. First quarter, Acalanes goes to the air early and often. Quarterback Nick Kresnak, a beautiful pass to Lucas Eppinger. The Dons are moving. Very next play, Kresnak hands it off to Jake Delaney. Perfect blocked by Tio Baracus and Carson Burrell. Delaney ends up with a 30-yard rushing touchdown. Dons up by 7, ninth possession here. Dylan Graham throws a short crosser to Matt Schuler. He's knocked out of bounds after a nice gain and continuing the drive into the second. Graham to Blake Thorpe, and they're moving those chains. 5 yards out, the handoff to Isaiah Newell. A missed PAT makes it 7-6 Dons at the half. 9 minutes left of the third. Acalanes at midfield. The Dons quarterback is scrambling around for an open man, but in comes Nick Kane with the sack. But hold the phone. Acalanes says, anything you can do, I can do better. Alex Cortesis with 6 sacks on the day. Yeah, that's crazy. 6. 5 minutes left in the game. Las Lomas trying to get down the field. Graham to Zach Patterson for the first down and coming right back. Blake Thorpe with the catch. First down. Things are looking good for the Knights. They're on the 12 with just over 4 minutes left. Newell gets the ball, and the Knights linemen give him a lane all the way to the house, and Las Lomas takes the lead for the first time in the game. The Dons trying to get that lead back. The long throw, but Caden Royer sees this one all the way. He comes flying in, and that seals the deal for the Knights. They win it 12-7 to start this season.
The Sacred Heart Prep girls volleyball team is coming off a remarkable season.
But the Gators lost a great player. We talked with the girls at the Rikus Center this week to see how they're getting ready for the upcoming season.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. And let's welcome the ladies from Sacred Heart Prep. Welcome. Here with me, Ali Polverari. Ali, an outside hitter on this team. You guys graduated 4 outstanding seniors last year. What's going to take to improve on what was a great season last year?
We worked super hard to get to state last year, and we're hoping to replicate that. And we have so much potential, so I'm really excited for the season.
Yeah, outstanding group this year?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, they look very talented. Eliza Foley here, another senior on this team, libero. Eliza, talk about this group and coming back this year. So much success last year. What can you do to repeat that?
Well, yeah, like you said, we lost 4 great players, but I think that they really set the tone for this year, and I know we're all willing to work really hard to get where we want to go, so I know we're all excited.
And what is going to be the chemistry of this team going to be like this year?
I think it'll be really good. We have a very good group of girls, and we're all, nice to each other. Our coaches make sure that kindness is the first priority, so.
Right, very good. Lindsey Johnson, another senior libero on this team. Lindsey, you're talking about the coaching staff on this team. They've done a great job in the past. What are they doing so far early in this year to get you guys ready?
They're pushing us to do our hardest, and we couldn't ask for better coaches because they push us to our limits and make us better people and players at the same time.
And what's the personality of this team like? What are these girls all about?
I think we're a little goofy, but we're all really hard workers, which is a great combination because we can have fun and we like to win, so it's a great combo.
All right. Congratulations for the Goofy Gators from Sacred Heart Prep. Ladies, take us out with a cheer.
Prep on 3, 1, 2, 3, prep! DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to
the Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles. The Uggs up by a touchdown in double OT, and watch this team celebrate after winning their season opener with a huge win over a perennial powerhouse. Go crazy, folks! Do you want to be as happy as the Ugly Eagles are? Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up is the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Tim Dempsey. Today's training tip is a proprioceptive exercise you can do on a foam roller about this size. Lie lengthwise, head to tailbone. Get a good base with your feet. Let's move them a little bit narrower. Arms come up. Maintains balance, know where the floor is, pushing through the floors. If you want to make this a little bit harder, his hands can go back, maintaining rib cage down. We can progress it even further by moving his feet closer together. Okay, as he maintains that, we can lift up one leg, so he has to control on that. Go down, lift up the other. Okay, and go back on both legs. We can take one arm down behind, and he can lift up his opposite leg there. Holding from there, good.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with the Foothill Falcons' Josh Shields. He will just not be denied, spinning around and flying into the end zone for the Falcons. Here's Clayton Factow for San Ramon Valley, and Factow comes up with the kickoff, makes the catch, breaks some tackles, breaks through the line, and then it's just pure speed all the way into the end zone. Lots of long plays this week. Here's another one of them. Grant Manning, the outstanding 6'6" quarterback for Dublin. Look at him go, showing his speed, breaking tackles, and in for a long touchdown. Christian Seeley for Clayton Valley. It bounces off his teammate's head. He picks it up and takes it all the way into the end zone, off the punt return, off his teammate's head, and he is in. Jared Anderson from Harker with a terrific fingertip catch right there. That was great. But the play of the week goes to De La Salle's Vince Bianchina in a huge game. Reaches back off the deflected pass and somehow hauls it in. Vince, you get the first ticket to the banquet. That's the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to meet the quarterback on a crusade to prevent teen suicide. We'll see you then.